Hello everyone, and welcome to a bit of a strange episode. We're doing a bonus episode of Zero Escape, 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. It's mostly just going to be me saying theories and stuff, so if that's not your thing, you feel free to skip it. That being said, words. Mostly, it's going to be about who stabbed me and who I think Zero could be. Kind of who's in the coffin. For who stabbed me, it is presumably not Lotus because she's also stabbed. It can't be me. Does that make sense? That I couldn't have stabbed myself and Lotus? Probably. Can't be June. Because we literally just came from June. We left her, we had a touching scene, we went down the elevator alone. We did not hear the elevator move or anything. Jumpy would have said something if he heard the elevator move. It's not June. This leaves literally everyone else. I don't think it's Ace, because I don't feel like he would use a knife, and I feel like he's better than that. He's not having a terrible time. We've all been friends for the most part, yeah? It's probably not Ace. Snake. To talk about Snake, I kind of suspect him for all three things. For being in the coffin, alive for some reason, for being Zero. Because if you fake your own death, they could at least identify the ninth man. They couldn't identify Snake as being Snake. They just said he wore the same clothes. Snake could still be alive. So Snake could have been in the coffin, could have gotten up, could have stabbed Clover and Junpei. Could have been Zero. Because the person I suspect literally the least is Snake. Because he died. Because he's blind. And that would inhibit him. Because of so many reasons. But if he's blind, the gas mask wouldn't even inhibit his vision, you know? I don't know. He uses echolocation. He's a dolphin. So Snake could have stabbed us. Sorry, I'm not doing anything. Santa. I sort of suspected Santa at first, that he might have gotten a knife from the kitchen with us, but I don't know what happened to that knife. He might have had it. Lotus might have gotten it, who knows? Had it wrestled out of her. I don't know. I don't really see it being Santa. He seems a sad character, saying is he the white Santa or the black Santa? He's got some tragedy there. I don't think they would make you feel emotionally attached. No, they would make you feel emotionally attached to a killer. That's Spike Chunsoft's way. I still don't think it's Santa though. Clover is missing. She could very well have stabbed me. Excuse me. I have no inkling either way, which is quite rare. 7? Some police, some drugs, some mafia ties. He has something interesting going on in his past. And with amnesia, you don't really know what a character, what a person's real character is if they don't know what their real character is. Look at chapter 3 of Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. That was a party. And that was one of my favorite characters before that. I still like her though. 7. Lotus didn't stab herself. The ninth man is dead. I don't think he's going to be making a comeback. And Zero, I think, is one of us. So if Zero stabbed Lotus and me, Zero is already been pointed at by who I think stabbed me and her. Okay. Guess we should handle who's in the coffin. The obvious answers are Alice, or what's his face, Zero, if he's not one of us. Because that coffin was definitely knocking. It had something inside it. Where was that? Here? Or here? I think it's here. Or here. There's definitely someone knocking inside the coffin. I don't think it was necessarily any mysterious extra person Zero in there, and I sort of think that Lotus is Alice, or All Ice, but I don't know. This game's crazy. Do I think the mummy's still alive? Maybe. Do I think the mummy's Lotus? Maybe. I don't know. I'm insane. I think it's gotta be either Clover or Snake, because those are the only two missing. Clover makes the most sense to be in the coffin, but if Snake faked his death, appearing in a coffin, being resurrected or whatever, in a sarcophagus, Egypt, blah blah blah, All Ice, it at least makes a little bit of sense that he might try to pull that off as a story, especially if he is Zero. And that's why he was downstairs, to stab Lotus and me. I say, who do I think Zero is? I don't think it's Junpei anymore, honestly. I thought he was all goody two-shoes, trying to be like wolf in sheep's clothing, blend in with the group and be a friend to all. No, that's just how I was playing. I wanted to be a friend to all. Second I went down this path, he got a lot ruder. Second I went down this path, I felt bad because I forced people apart that wanted to stay together. But this path really just tricking everyone. Oh my gosh. I should have drinking some water before this. Doing this first thing in the morning. So not Junpei. I've already talked about why I think it could be Snake. He's literally the least likely person in my eyes to be Zero, which makes him the most likely for the plot twist value. I don't think it's Ace. Ace just seems too self-sacrificial, but if he knew that all roads led to Rome, then he wouldn't have minded sacrificing himself. You can make the argument either way. For pretty much anyone, honestly. Santa. I don't think Santa's Zero. He's too middle of the road. He's got his character quirks, he's got his sad backstory, but he's not overly friendly or overly antagonistic. He's perfectly middle of the road. Not to say that he's plain or anything and that he should be considered too plain, if you're catching my drift. But I don't know. I don't think it's Santa. I really don't think it's Clover. Guess I should cover who I think killed Snake if he really is dead too. I don't think it's Clover though. Not for killing Snake, but for being Zero. June is a big suspect. She's like rushing the relationship a little, almost. I don't know. It's weird. You don't suspect June because she's your childhood friend. She's has such adverse reactions to death. She's got a fever on and off. She got trapped in the freezer with us. Freezer? Freezer? In the kitchen? Whatever. So many things point to her being sort of not like she couldn't have done this. I don't know. It would be a good twist if it was June. And it would make you feel emotions. And that's what Spike Chunsoft does. I can really see it being June. 7, it's not 7. 7 is not 0. Because he's the big guy, because he has amnesia, because there's so many things suspicious about him. Well, not suspicious. Well, he's the big guy. You're always going to be suspicious of the big guy, but Zero wasn't a big guy. You can't, he's the odd one out. He doesn't remember getting abducted. That's suspicious. I don't know. I really don't think it's going to be 7. It's not usually the big, strong person in Danganronpa. And Lotus, she's almost the obvious choice. With the kitchen scene, she was outside, she probably closed the door. I don't know how she would cause the pipe to burst, but she probably closed the door and locked us in. And didn't try to get us out. I can seriously see her being Zero. I don't know if that's a Zero thing to do. I don't know Zero too well. Because we're only getting pre-recorded messages and flashbacks and notes and stuff from Zero. It's not like Monokuma where he's just constantly like, this is a school announcement. This is a test of the school broadcast system. Is it on? Can everybody hear me? Good. Zero's not playful. I can't do a Monokuma voice, especially with my throat being all dry. I really should have gotten water. Oh well. You don't get a feel for Zero having any sort of personality. Well, presumably Zero does have a personality, but you don't get a feel for it because he doesn't talk too much. He's got his voice modulated to sound different. He's monotonous and concise, but that could just be for the purpose of explaining rules and stuff, and to disguise his true actions and intent. Zero is a mystery. Who do we think killed Snake? It's gotta be 2 people that add up to 10. 2 or more people to add up to 10. Because you need to get to 3, which means you need it to add up to 12, and Snake is 2. I mean, I guess technically it could be 20? Not 20. 21? But that would require at least 3 people, which sucks. I don't want to believe that 3 people went out of their way to kill Snake. 2 is hard enough, honestly. If Snake was killed the way that 7 described... Wait, if Snake is 0, then that body could have been there the entire time. And he just chose to disappear. He had the Reds missing their parts. He told everyone exactly where to go. He split them up. I remember, he split them up into groups searching rooms. He snuck off, fixed the Reds, and then disappeared. Easy as that. That does sort of point towards Snake being 0 if I choose to believe that no one killed Snake, which I really want to believe. Otherwise, it can't be Ace and the 9th man because the 9th man is... Ace does go past the 9th man's body. He could pick up his bracelet, but I don't even know if you can use bracelets in place of like a handprint to activate doors. So unlikely but good twist. Still unlikely, don't think it's going to happen for Ace and the 9th man. It can't be Snake and Clover because Snake is also... you'd need 2 snakes to do that, and there aren't 2 snakes. Surprise, surprise. The Santa and 7. I don't see what reason they would have to target Snake. I didn't bring that up with anyone else, though. I don't know. I guess Snake did have the Braille note and led to the 9th man's death. It could be Santa and 7. I don't feel like 7. I feel like 7's gonna be a good person, though. Despite his rough exterior with the scars and the huge amount of muscle, his towering height, I feel like he's gonna be a good person. Even if it is just in the amnesia. Of course, he was remembering about the gigantic. Maybe on 7, probably not on Santa. I trust Santa. And that leaves Clover in June. Which, Clover would have to be a really good actor. Or 0. I shouldn't discount Clover from being 0 just because. But June would also have to be less good than both of them would have to be excellent actors in order for that to work. You know? I don't really see it. Neither of them portrays as being capable of murdering. And for both of them to come together to do it seems awfully unlikely. So the most likely candidates would be 7 and Santa. To get up to 21, to get up to 19, adding to 19 requires at least 3 people. Without 9, yeah. Can you even 8, 7, 6? That's 21. You have 2 degrees of freedom, which means the lowest number you can pull is 4. If you had Lotus 7 and Clover, I don't think Clover and 7 would both have to be acting different than their true nature. You could have Junpei, June, and Lotus. And those are the only 2 combinations, huh? Junpei, it did cut out them searching the hospital rooms. That might have just been to save time, or it might have been hiding action on Junpei's part, which is something I haven't really talked about. But what I notice when they hide actions. I caught wind of one of the plot twists in V3 because I noticed they were hiding a certain character's actions. Like, they would just casually brush it off, like, ah, yeah. But no, it makes sense. June. Lotus is kind of evil. She's not evil, she's just sort of, she's only looking out for herself. And I believe she would get rid of Snake. Junpei would have to be in on it, and June would have to be 0. I don't think that they would pull both plot twists of the main character is evil and your childhood friend is also evil. Not at the same time, at the very least. That's a bit much. Honestly, I think the most likely outcome is that Snake is 0. Now that I've talked through all of this. Snake is 0, he's in the coffin. I don't think he's stabbed. If he is 0, I don't think he stabbed Junpei and Lotus. That seems unlikely. Well, who else would have stabbed them then? I don't think it would have been... I don't think it's Ace. I don't think it's Snake anymore. Santa had access to a knife, but so did Lotus. The killed could have brought the knife to the fight. You never know. I don't feel like it would be Snake. Clover seems kind of like a good option. Junpei did not stab himself. June couldn't have been there. 7. He's not gonna stab. He has his fists. He could literally just karate chop someone in the back of the neck and break it in half. At least knock them out and then, like, break their neck. It wouldn't be an issue for him. He doesn't need to use a knife. And Lotus didn't kill herself. So I guess Santa or Clover then. of the two. I didn't even betray Santa at any point during the timeline I got stabbed. I don't know what motive he would have to. Of course, it was supposed to be like who had motive to kill Lotus, which sort of makes you want to think, this is Ace because 1 and 8 make 9, but you need more than that. 8 and 5 make 14, make 5, so it points to Clover. If you can even use the bracelets without the hands to open doors, if the bracelets even work after the person's dead, it could be Clover. It makes the most sense that it's Clover. And I don't blame her. She went through a lot. My goodness. Sorry, I'm not even doing anything on screen. I'm just sitting here. Just loaded this up. Not even gonna do anything. Can I look at anything? Oh, whatever. I'm not gonna waste more time. Okay. Guess. Summary. Who stabbed me? Think it's Clover. Who's 0? I think it's Snake. Who's in the coffin? I think it's Snake because of all of the evidence pointing to him being 0, but if he's actually dead, then I think it's Clover. Snake and Clover are real suspicious, huh? And who killed Snake, if anyone? Would probably be Santa and 7. I don't want to say that, but the other option is Ace and using the 9th man's bracelet, and I think that's even less likely. Honestly. I trust Ace far too much. He's gonna end up being 0 or something. Yeah? Oh wow, that went a little long, huh? I hope you all enjoyed this bonus theory crafting episode, or skipped it if you skipped it. Why am I thinking words? Hope you enjoyed, and hope my thoughts didn't drive you insane. Thank you for watching, and this should be going up alongside another episode, unless I'm an idiot. This isn't taking the place of one, don't you worry. And I'll see you there. Don't forget to subscribe or whatever. Goodbye. Man, I'm terrible at outros. I love you all. Thank you for being there. It's probably Snake, and now I really wish I hadn't done this video, so that I wouldn't suspect Snake. And if it isn't Snake, I'm very glad I did this video, because then I'll be wrong, and being wrong is so nice. I predict the killer in Danganronpa far too much. I mean, sometimes it's obvious. Sometimes you're just over here like, oh my gosh, how do they not know it's 11037? But sometimes it's just, you have some light circumstantial evidence, and you trust someone too much. Like Ace. I don't know. Thank you all for watching. Second outro's the charm. Goodbye.